am Michel Raynal. I'm emeritus professor at Rennes University in France, and I have also a position as distinguished professor at Hong Kong University. And I'm member of Institut Universitaire de France, that is the most prestigious, one of the most prestigious universitary member of European Academia. So the talk of today was about half of the talk was to try to explain to people what is distributed computing, okay? Because there is a lot of people that are implementing distributed system, but they don't know what is. They do that at the, let us say, as a worker doing your job, but they don't have enough background, okay, to see that the problem they are solving sometimes has already been solved, okay, in another context, okay, etc. So that was the first part of the talk. And the second part of the talk, I took an example how to implement what is called a read-write variable, okay, on top of a message passing system in which some processes may crash, so with failure, okay. That was the second part of the talk. So blockchain is a very fashionable word that is everywhere today. So I have a mitigated view. First, the concept of blockchain is important, is interesting. A chain of block, it means you have a total order on things that happen. These 1 per point, second, third, etc. A chain of block. So this has a lot of application, but this concept was introduced by Lamport in 1981, a long time ago, and it's a case where people reinvented something that was existed previously. And why? Because they wanted to solve an application that is very interesting, money transfer, okay, with Bitcoin, okay. But on the other side, so I think about blockchain, it can be applied to solve problems, and that's interesting. Now, technically, a sort of thing that have been redone because they are using a very heavy machinery. It consumes a lot of resources, energy, so that's a nightmare. Okay. So, and second, now about money transfer. So, Bitcoin introduced blockchain for money transfer, something very heavy. And actually, to implement money transfer, you don't need a total order. Okay. That's totally useless, okay? So you need a very soft machinery, not a very heavy machinery. So a blockchain is not necessary to solve the problem of money transfer, okay? So currently I'm working on several topics. So maybe I'm working on money transfer at one point. I'm also working on a topic about with an Israeli colleague about, let's say, what is called anonymous memory. So I don't want to be too much technical, but so in a system, each node has a name usually. So we can say, now I want to design a system in which the node have no name. So I cannot distinguish between this node and this node. Okay, that's called process anonymity. But there is something more anonymous. The memory we are sharing is also anonymous. Let us take a book, okay? For you, page 10 of the book. For me, on my copy is page 32, okay? So we don't have the same name for the same page, okay? And we don't know that, okay? So that's, and we show that there are very important problems that can be solved when the nodes are anonymous and the memory is anonymous. The answer could have been that's impossible, okay? No, it's possible for some problem. So we call that full anonymity system, fully anonymous. So they are well known today because this was done 2 years ago, so it's very recent, but it's fascinating. I think the word artificial intelligence is misleading because traditionally, the property to be intelligent or to be stupid, etc., is attributed to human beings or to animals also, but to people that are living. Okay, and so I think at the beginning, to say even today, artificial intelligence, it makes people very afraid of the future or to be controlled, etc. So the name is a very big mistake. It should be instead artificial with, I don't know, it's a work of people working in linguistics actually to find a name. Okay, but more generally, I'm thinking that each time you are using two words to define a domain is very bad. One topic, one name. Leibniz was the same side of me. one concept, one name. Okay, and so if artificial intelligence is confusing, it's the same with it's confusing as a problem is because a lot of people in the street you discuss they are thinking artificial intelligence. But if you ask people, they are not surprised, for example, that with a car you are running quicker than going by foot. Okay, it's totally different from research, from conference. Research conference, totally different, okay, because in conference for researcher, there are very few people from industry, very few, and there are a few people from Google, a few people, but these people have a PhD, they are working, okay, so we can discuss, and they understand what we are saying, and we understand what they are saying. Here, one problem, so I'm happy to see industry people, okay, of course, but one problem is that the world of research and the world of engineer, sometimes for the same things, they don't use the same word. So that's confusing. But that's life.